Hi, everybody. Welcome back to part two of today's episode of Smooth Criminals. We did a really fast job. Now let's do a really let's get paid or whatever.
I mean, you guys aren't getting paid shit for this job.
Right? Yes.
Hey,
Um,
correction. I
just,
did get paid. I got a baby raccoon cat.
I mean, yes, you got baby raccoon cat, which
Shh.
theoretically you could sell for some coin, but you're gonna instead raise it for yourself. So,
No,
uh,
let's sell it for coin. I
no
mean,
money there.
you can.
We'll sell this one for coin, and you can get another one later.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds no, no. But you do. You are gonna earn 2 rep. Uh, because people are gonna know uh, that it was you guys.
We are
Whereas
we're full
You were
we're full on rep.
3 of this 3. Well,
So we didn't earn anything from this job.
you guys earned the ire of the orange dogs. That's what you've earned.
Great.
I mean, they've also learned not to mess with us.
I mean, they may take that.
Or
as
they're
a
gonna do the
bonus.
exact same thing we just did.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, the intent of okay, fair. The intent of the store was that they were like, we probably shouldn't poke these guys anymore,
Or
or that's not how it works.
that's
And-
not how it works, and they're gonna
and
be
you
more
can
pissed
tell
at
Astrid
us.
I told you so.
Or I got a sweet raccoon dog. A coon dog. Now
Yeah,
name it.
you got a sweet raccoon dog for sure. So cool. Well, then you get nothing there. You get nothing for money. You do get some heat though, but this was fairly well contained. But people still saw you guys like leaving the scene.
Mhm.
So you're gonna get 2 heat for that. And I'm gonna say that this situation happened on hostile turf because you were in the base of someone you are already not on good terms with. So that gives you +1 heat there. So you guys are at 3
On
heat
gooder
for the
terms with
score.
them. I'm happy with what happened.
I'm gonna start a clock saying how to train a coon dog.
Yeah. Do you want to be first for some down? Oh, we did entanglements.
Yeah.
Who would like
Righto.
to make this roll? You guys make 2 rolls and pick the one you want
Got it.
because you're weird.
Three and 6.
3 is gang trouble or the usual suspects. 6 is cooperation. Cooperation is a 3+ status faction asks you for a favor. If you agree, either agree to do it or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the friendly faction, or lose 1 status with them. If you have
I'm guessing
no
Salia comes a calling.
Well, we can choose that or gang trouble or the usual suspects.
We
The
already,
other ones cost us money, so
yeah, we already done user suspect. I want to do.
Yeah, I feel like we should do cooperation just because we haven't done it before.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
we have done it once
Uh,
before, but I think it would just give us something that pays, basically.
It would, I mean,
It'd be something different. Like,
Or what's the name of it?
Or it doesn't pay, and that's the problem.
Or Grace want to call in that favor that's been sitting at that half click forever.
Grace is not a.
She's not a faction that we
A
have a
faction.
+3 with.
Fair enough.
She's not really a faction either.
Mhm.
She's a Stortus. I got you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, cooperation. Salia needs your help. Guys want to
Help.
see that, or do you guys want to? Do you want to do some downtime first, and then it'll come up when it comes up?
Sure.
Yeah. I figure somebody might go and see Salia. during
Somebody.
downtime.
Somebody. I'm not sure who, but somebody's
I don't
probably
know,
going
it
to.
You
might-
know what?
it
I'll
might
go
happen.
see Salia because I gotta go talk about your condition.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's
Oh.
not going to end in tears.
That was unexpected.
What? It's called Jolly Cooperation.
Well,
Okay.
Astrid's going to indulge her vice.
Sure.
Um,
You go to the Silk Ring.
yeah, I bring Aldrea. along.
Sure, Eldrea likes going to the Silk Ring with you. You pay for her massages, and
Yeah.
she's a shoulder free to cry on. You know.
You make my only friend sound so manipulative.
Hey,
I'm not the one that gave you a sad life.
6.
Sweet. 26 stress.
I should make a meme just called MTO Lives.
All of them would be so sad, except for the one where I ended up having a relationship with Tux and Uno at the same time. That one
That was
ended fairly
probably-
happy.
It was probably sad too. You just didn't know it.
I mean, we were all pretty sad.
We were all pretty sad, but like together we could like deal with it.
Okay. So what who wants to do what next?
Let's see here.
I'll work on a clock, but
Cool.
I don't need to do that.
We got
I'm guessing there's-
we got training for everything, didn't we?
We got training for
Yeah, yeah.
insight.
We have insight and resolve now. Well, so yeah, so we have the three categories.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I roll on my heritage clock twice and spend 1 rep to do so?
Sure.
Cool.
Can I spend a rep to help with the research for Fix or Mr. Posh?
Sure.
Why are we spending rep?
Because our rep is full, and last time
Yeah, if we don't spend it, we're gonna lose it at the end of the next score.
Well, you guys still have downtime actions left.
No, I'm gonna
I'm
use
confused.
one. I'm gonna use one to roll on this clock, and then I potentially want to use another, just so we can do them all in the same turn, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we'll start with let's start. We'll come back to that.
Cool.
Dom,
okay, I hit over.
how is TomCat looking into Mr. Posh's?
He goes over to
issue?
Salyer's house with some like documents and the ritual that he's been working on. It's like
Mhm.
I knock at her door, and it's like phenomena, phenomena, and I'm just waiting for the door to be answered, and I'm humming that.
She answers it and she looks at you. She's wearing her standard noble gown. It's cut slightly to look like it kind of almost looks like a business suit. Like if you imagine like a dress suit with instead of having like a short skirt, having like a long full skirt that has a train and everything.
Okay, fair.
But
enough.
like the upper portion is like kind of a businessy vest with
yeah, snazzy.
that kind of look going on it. So yeah, she opens the door and she looks at you quizzically.
Yeah, you
TomCat,
probably
was it?
yes, you know why I'm here.
I think I do.
Okay,
Come in.
let's get down to business. I just want to see where this goes. Like TomCat turns around, like walks in there and got the notes all going. He turns around, he sees.
What do you when he sees what where?
Like when he's trying to get all the documents out and like the ritual like on the table like set up, and he like turns around to see Salya.
She's there.
And it's like, so this is what I have so far. I wanted to compare notes on like what's wrong with Mr. Posh. I
I'm
had a
glad-
friend. Oh, you first.
I'm glad that you care for Ramik.
What?
You call him Mr. Posh.
You know his first name's Ramik, right? Or you just never called him that, or never heard any of us call him that.
I have never like paid attention to it. It's always been Mr. Posh.
Yeah, she looks like a little bit like confused until finally she's just like, I'm sorry, Mr. Posh. Then.
That's anyway, back to notes. This is what I think will happen. We did like a job, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks, I don't know. And I found this ritual that might be a solution to our problems, but I'm still having problems. I figure out the first part. I'm trying to get the last part of it. It may fix them, but unfortunately, my as I kind of like do that kind of awkward like friend is very as I kind of read the back of my neck taxing. So
Yeah, you can see her looking at the back of your neck, and she like when you go for it, she kind of looks over there and she kind of gives like this subtle like nod, like I see. Like
she's a
she
good
can see
she's a
the
good friend, but very controlling.
I've met her kind before.
I bet you have. But
I'll take a look at this Tomcat. Perhaps together we can give Ramika a future.
of course, do I roll? Would it be a tune or I'm not sure.
A tune,
Or
study, even
study.
consort here would work.
I'm gonna go with a tune.
Of course you are. And I think to represent that, like she like is looking through the ritual, and you can see her like going to some drawers, pulling out various candles, and like she opens a drawer, and it's uh just like completely laid out with various gemstones in and semi-precious stones in various shapes, and you can see her like just very carefully picking up certain ones, picks up one, like feels it for a moment and then puts it back, before she has a collection as well as some candles, and comes back over and says, perhaps if we give it a test run.
Sure. Uh, I kind of have a like Tom has that one of those questions that he kind of want to ask but doesn't want to like ruin the moment kind of thing.
So are you gonna ask it, or are you just going
Yeah,
to
he's
like
Hey,
like,
yo,
well,
girl, you been tested recently?
no, it's more like I know you probably have a prolonged life. How does it? How do you adapt to that?
it comes in time?
Hmm. Does it ever feel normal?
Yes.
Hmm.
It was only briefly that I was confused about who and what I was. During that stretch, I was a little distraught to realize I would most likely outlive my peers, but I've come to realize that things change at a different pace, and there's no reason for me to worry myself over what happens to those with shorter lifespans than me. They
You
will
see,
come and go,
you see Tomcat kind of rub his neck. It's like, do you ever miss them?
always.
So that's normal.
She like looks at you again, and like you can feel her looking through your past. You can stop that if you want to resist it, but she is
Like he's
like,
got a he allows it.
okay. Yeah, she you can feel her just like looking at you in the spirit realm, and like you can feel her just going through your past and seeing your incarnations. And finally she nods and says, you are still young, both in this life and altogether.
Hmm.
Your situation is a little unique. It may be harder for you to adjust.
Hmm. Thanks for the pep talk. Let me see. Standard effect. She's not my personal person, so no dice here. So, no 6.
Yeah, still got a 6. That's 3 ticks. Cool.
Okay, and I'll burn that rep to like actually spend like extra time with her
Sure.
to do it again. Let's see. But I want the scene of like Mr. Posh coming over to see her, and he just sees TomCat there, like, hey.
Yeah, were you gonna go?
Were you
gonna
sleeping
go
with my
see her?
girlfriend? Cane sword. Oh, that's a sword? I didn't know that, boss.
What?
This time only a 5.
Also, when was your name Ramik? I didn't know that shit.
Shit. You gotta do it like this. Shit.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, get some couple more ticks on there.
Okay, so that's I'm at 5 right now, so that's nice.
Cool. Who else would like to do some downtime? We haven't seen very much of Orchid. Pian, you wanna do a downtime or no?
I just don't know what to do.
Just train.
Train? Okay, I train.
We're gonna need it when your parents show up. Just train. Just get your hunt maxed out.
We have
Gonna
2.
murder your
We have training.
parents?
We have training
Wow.
in everything. So whatever you train in, you take 2.
We're not
Kicks
above
in.
murdering her parents. I mean, Astrid's not. Astrid is slowly sliding that down the slope of I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I train my insight.
Train your insight.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Are you gonna do that for both, or did you have something else you wanted to do?
I might just do that.
You can
for
only
both,
can only train the same stat once.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you could train another one, but yeah,
I could train it.
You want to work on a clock?
I just don't have any clocks. All my clocks.
You want to make up a clock?
I'm thinking about that, but I also don't know what clock to make up. Like, I don't.
Do you want to frame some other girl that looks like you to be taken home by your parents?
Are they just gonna like come and be like, get in the car, let's go? Like, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna show up with guns and try and take you.
Oh, we got it. We got
I
it.
want them to try that. That's gonna be amazing.
We don't really know. They could be like, "Hi, is our daughter here? We've been really worried about her for the past like a while.
Year
Like,
and a
we
half.
just want to make sure she's okay." Like, they could.
Yeah, they come to the brothel looking for you.
They could
and
just.
you're
That
like,
could happen. They could just
Oh no,
show
they
up.
have the letter like missing girl. Are you?
Yeah, they could have. They could
It
just
is-
be
it is-
really
it is-
worried about.
You just see
people.
your face on the side of a milk carton.
right?
I mean, I was under the impression that they were mad that she was both interested in ladies and dating me. Slash both.
Probably both.
Which makes me inclined to believe that they won't be showing up with a missing persons flyer. And that honestly, that clock getting filled is probably most dangerous to me specifically.
I think this is gonna be amazing.
I
to watch.
disagree because you literally have Vase standing right in front of you, like, fuck no. Back up, boyos. So rethink yourself, Michael.
TomCat's there. TomCat's always there.
TomCat, always there.
Always there.
Like someone's about to punch. Like one of them, you see me like my bodyguard sense is tingling. At this point, it's just the body axe. At this point, he's like, "Where am I going?" Someone need to get their body guarded. I'm just making it weird. I'm sorry.
So yeah. Sorry, you're gonna train for both years.
Training's cool.
Cool.
Montage, man.
Montage.
Tux, what does Mr. Posh want to do?
So I guess if we want to do the Salia thing, we can.
Yeah, you gonna come see Salia?
Sure.
This is about to get so weird.
For comedic sake, we can have it. I come over while they're in the middle of ritualing.
Mhm.
Of course. Yeah, so you come over I think the door just opens for you.
Like I just walk to it and it just opens as I'm walking to it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that. And then once you cross the threshold, it closes behind you. And there's and you can hear Salia's voice. She says, Uramika, I'm in the study.
Oh, all right. And so I just nothing's weird about this. So I just
No, nothing's weird about that at all. It's all the same. She's just full of magic, whatever.
My girlfriend hasn't changed since I was a child. I'm expecting weird stuff to happen when I'm around her. So, you know. So yeah,
as an immortal entity, you'd have to get over like younger partners very quickly.
Yeah.
That's just like something you just have to get over.
Very quickly is like relative.
Right. Like.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
the minute
I
it became an issue, you have like a couple years to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I move into the study and then I see they're on a table with like papers and gems and like weird stuff just sprawled everywhere.
Yeah. There's actually like the table has been pushed aside and like there's this big circle that has been it's not actually like drawn on the floor or anything. It's like a rug that has this circle like woven as part of it with like gold threading been rolled out into the middle of the floor of the study. And then there's candles at various points on the circle and gemstones arranged in some arcane fashion. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on. And you can see Salia kneeling on one side of it and TomCat on the other. And then like hands are like joined up above it. It's not compromising at all.
What's this?
Concentrating.
Okay.
Like, and I think this
right.
is why you like only get like 2 ticks on this time instead of 3. Just because
Man,
like
broke my concentration.
comes in and breaks your concentration. Yeah.
Sorry.
You
We'll
see
get
me
it
like
next time.
it's fine. You see me like reach for my shirt. And a towel to wipe the sweat off.
Because you were, of course, not wearing a shirt during this for no reason whatsoever.
You see me like wipe my face and just take like
clothes hold back the magic.
Yeah, Mr. Posh, how many times have you seen the very buff, well-defined 18-year-old TomCat without his shirt on?
You've gone swimming in our hideout, haven't you?
Many times.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to that. You're usually reading a book or something.
Yeah.
That's true. Are you sure that Mr. Posh isn't just down there like spying through a hole in the grating?
I don't know. You see me like drink a drink and it's like dripping down like
it's like a Gatorade commercial up in here.
Yeah. I'm like
because the drink is glowing.
What are you trying to accomplish, Mr. Posh?
I just came over to my girlfriend's house.
and it's one of my friends are shirtless in the same room with one of my girlfriends.
Is it okay if we add to the comedic value of this moment and I do my downtime now?
Yes.
Is your downtime coming over here?
Yeah, it is now. So yeah, we just get the
Did
knock.
you want to do a downtime thing first, Mr. Posh, or do you want to go ahead and
let me interrupt you again?
Well, I guess I like look at Salia and like sorry to interrupt. I brought you something, and I could. So I lift what's in my hands up.
You just have like a thing. You just have like a couple cups of coffee. Like, I got Starbucks.
No, it's like a
I went out for coffee and you're shirtless with this guy. What the fuck?
You know what?
Well, it's not like they're not like on a bed. Like, oh crap, I was about to take my pants off. They're like around a weird arcane circle. So like, I'm not gonna jump.
You don't know what goes down on top of weird arcades.
I'm not just gonna jump to like, oh, you're cheating. Like, oh, you're sexing. Cool. It's like, oh, they're doing weird stuff because they're both.
Yeah. I
they're
look
both
over
weird.
and I was like, "Where's mine?"
With the Starbucks? No. What did you really bring?
I back like I forget when it was, but like I got her this weird like sculpture that was like a bunch of faces, but like the faces like led into the other faces.
Yeah.
And I basically it's like a companion piece to that. Except this one's like animals. And like so it's like different kinds of animals, but somehow the faces work into each other. So it's a similar style, just like it's more complex because like it's like a lizard that like leads into a jaguar, which leads into like a bird, and like somehow it works.
Horrific.
It's probably pretty creepy. But like it's like oh, the same artist made this, and like they go together and shit. So it's like, oh hey, art.
I am notating it as creepy AF.
Yeah. So yeah, just,
Wow.
brought you something.
Huh, that's neat.
Yeah, and she does that thing where she like rocks back up on her heels and then stands up. And she then walks over to you and is like, "This is the most amazing gift, Ramik. I appreciate it."
Of course, I knew the other one fit with it. Or just like catch just a quick glance back to the circle, still just like a little confused when I look back to her, like
Yeah, and she like turns to TomCat and says, "Please excuse us for a moment."
Oh, sure. Whatever you have to do, Ramik.
Okay.
And so she takes your arm like gently just to lead you out of the room, expecting you to carry the sculpture for her.
yeah.
And it's gonna like take you into I picture the first sculpture is like in like maybe the foyer, and so she brings you there and like starts arranging things to make room for this other sculpture like across the hall from it.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "This is quite a gift. You have an eye for learning things."
Yes, one has to when one is looking to make their way in the higher circles of the city, and you know, as you do. Yeah, I saw it and I just thought of you, I guess.
You flatter me too much, I think.
Do you want to go super cheesy or how cheesy?
Posh is pretty cheesy.
Posh is pretty cheesy.
Especially when it comes to Salia. I'm not gonna
Posh,
lie.
yeah, okay. We're going full cheese. Yeah, so she said, you flatter me or whatever, and like not as much as you deserve, probably.
You can just see her kind of smile at that, like, yeah, you're probably right. Because, you know. And
Good know.
so she sets up the sculptures. So now they're like, when you come in the door, the two horrific sculptures are like facing you.
Mm-hmm.
So at first it just looks like it's just like some bust of some person and like some lizard face. But then as you walk past them, it like mold and shift, and it's weird and disturbing.
So no matter where you're at, there's two faces staring at you.
Exactly.
This is the most terrifying thing I could possibly imagine.
And then my the actual action I'm doing is working on the relationship with Salia, and then I'll put a coin into it for the buying the art. Consort.
Click over to rolls.
To the rolls, fortune. So relationship. So I have 2 in consort. I have a friend, so 3 dice, and then whatever this is, it's bumped up from the coin. 6.
Okay, perfect. There's 3 ticks on your clock.
Rock on.
How many do you have left?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4.
Nice.
Cool.
So right after that touching moment, there's a knock on the door.
Yeah. Like, so you go with your super cheese line of not as much as you deserve or whatever, and she kind of smiles and she like turns around to walk back towards you when there's a knock on the door.
Just immediately switches to frown because she knows it's me.
She rolls her eyes and the door opens. Like, she doesn't turn towards it or anything. The door just opens.
May I come in? Salia.
You might as well.
I need
She's
some-
standing right there, like in
Oh,
the
she's
foyer.
at.
So
Whoa!
is
I
Mr.
thought she was
Hodge.
like far away, and the door opened automatically.
No, like this is like the foyer right as you come in the door.
She like.
Yeah,
steps
so
in.
we're
Oh,
both just right there.
Hi, Bosch. Am I interrupting something again?
That's okay. It's a pattern now, so.
Oh, that's. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's
Sorry,
very depressing.
TomCat's here too.
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
You see me sit in the chair with some brandy, like shirt off. Like
Put the shirt
That's
back
good.
on.
You're doing that. Okay, that's.
I kept the shirt off.
So.
Like the door to the place is not like directly in line with the front door, so I'm imagining you like have stepped out into the hall just slightly and are like casually leaning back against like a door frame or the wall with your
So
you snifter of brandy,
Astrid
and you're
looks
like,
at this
"What's up?"
horribly awkward situation she's about to walk into,
So
takes a
you're
deep breath, and then walks inside.
wait a minute.
So,
the door closes behind you.
Wait, you see me like you didn't bring Orchid to the party?
Orchid, do you want to be there?
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't blame you at all, Pan.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see the rest of my associates here. Solia, as the only immortal I know and am on good terms with,
Hey,
you're not immortal. You just die a bunch of times. That's not immortality. That's just being able to
Please,
retain.
not in the foyer.
Okay.
Everyone to my office. Come on. And so
Yeah.
not to the same den where they were doing the ritual, but to a different office.
Mm-hmm.
She'll take you guys into there and take a seat.
TomCat shirt still off.
Can't help but look at glistening Uncle Tom, or not Uncle Tom, Uncle Alex, and it's just like,
Alejandro.
Alex, can you put those away, please?
My drink?
No, your nipples.
You see me like, but fine. I'm just gonna overheat because of the magic going through my body. You see, as I just start walking, I start sparkling and doing the JoJo pose as I throw the shirt up, like slide back into it, smooth style.
Why do you always create JoJo's characters in every game? Why?
TomCat's always been a JoJo character.
I know. I said this from like the very first day. The minute I heard about Tom, anyway. So she looks at this seed and then looks back to Salia and is like, I think I'm slowly turning into a demon. Please help.
You see me like a tear go down my eye. She's learning to trust people. I'm so proud of you.
Do I need to add a tick to Who's Your Daddy?
No.
Okay.
How long is that clock? Because I keep hearing like, you know what? I don't know metagaming.
It's an 8-tick clock, and I'm at 6.
Okay, because I'm like, we keep hearing about it. It's like, is it gonna feel yet?
It's getting close.
Close. No, you're not going to get a clock on the tick on the Who's Your Daddy clock, because either Salia does not know who your father is or would not tell him about you.
Okay, fair.
One of those two things.
Probably the second one.
Or maybe something. Probably the second one. Anyway.
I'm slowly turning into a demon. Please help.
Yeah, you see her like stop. Like she was about to say something, and then you just like blurted that out. And then she like she does this slow like look at you.
This is
Look at
news to
Mr.
both
Posh.
of them, by the way. I found out late last night.
Look at TomCat, like just like
You see me lick my lips when she look at me.
I swear to God, if you eat me, I'm gonna kill you.
Is that-
Tom.
Is that something you can turn into?
Apparently.
Not.
Apparently, my
exactly.
magic has slowly been burning away my humanity. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's closer. It's more like you've always been a devil as well as being human.
And the devil
As-
part's slowly been killing off the human tissue, and only the devil's going to be left.
Not exactly tissue so much as essence.
Well, you knew what I meant, but yes. So, I'm guessing this is probably not news to you, as much as it is news to me. I'm guessing what's news to you is the fact that I realized this and started doing something about it. Help. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you went through a comparable process at some point.
Sorry, what was that question again?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you went through a comparable process at some point.
Not exactly. My situation is different than yours. But I suppose that you could consider it comparable on some levels.
I'm gonna just put it like this. You're the only, pardon the colloquialism, devil that I know that I can have a conversation with and not worry about trying to kill me. And I'm still kind of worried about that. Not because of you, but because of Posh. I'm waiting for him
Honestly,
to get
if
mad at
anyone
me
in
and
this
finish me
room
off.
is going to kill you, it's probably TomCat.
That's fair.
You see me like,
Interestingly enough, he was my uncle in a past life. Did you know that?
What?
I caught glimpses.
It's weird.
Oh, did
Like-
I make this?
how you think I
told
fell?
You have drawn to you some very
No, you
interesting
told me you came back to
characters.
life. You didn't tell me that you two knew each other, but
Yeah, he was
before
my
you
uncle.
died.
Well, it's more of a big brother role kind of thing.
Well, I called him Uncle Alex. It's complicated.
Yes, complicated.
Tosh's mind is just breaking slowly. He's like, why do
Do
I
you-
associate with these people? They're idiots.
Dia, do you mind if I have some brandy?
Not at
Hey,
all.
can I get a refresher?
Sure.
Yeah, she'll stand up and like get drinks for you, and she says, "Do you need a moment, Ramik?
No,
to
go
speak
go
to
ahead.
our People.
It's fine.
Oh yeah,
It's
guys,
fine.
you want to take a break?
Oh, I guess we should actually.
Why don't we take a break?
real people,
Yeah.
real people need a break. Yeah, so we're gonna come back to finish off our downtime, and we will probably be able to get at least the start of a score, depending on how fast we do
Hopefully.
this one. So yeah, see you in just a little bit.